Welcome back to Find Love or Die Trying, which totally needs a really long theme song every single time. Morning, Artemis. Time sure flies, huh? The show's almost over and you'll be able to go back to your regular life soon. No idea if that's gonna have any less headaches, though. Who knows? As strange as it sounds, I've had some fun here. The whole getting murdered thing isn't great, but it hasn't been all bad. I did mention that other people would kill to be in your position. On second thought, they definitely haven't thought it through enough. Probably not. Well, back to business. It's time to pick who you'll go on your first third date with. Who's the unlucky soulmate candidate today? Well, we've been switching back and forth so far, so Yui first again. Yui. The moment's finally here. The final date with the best girl. Remember, if you mess this up, there's an army of people out there waiting to take your place. Not planning on it, Cat. You didn't plan to lose your memories and end up on an insane TV show either, but look how that turned out. Life sure is funny, huh? You're telling me. Life's never what you'd expect. But having a life with Yui, you'd be the luckiest person alive. And I'm not saying that because I've got money on you picking her. You promise? Let's get those cameras rolling, people. I could see Yui from my room's window, walking around the front of the mansion. It looked like she was looking for something. I practically jumped down the stairs, then ran outside to see her. Hey there, Artemis. What's the hurry? You look like you're in quite the rush. I just wanted to see you a little earlier. Gosh, that's really sweet of you. I've been meaning to see you too, I've just been doing a lot of thinking since you helped me get Bun. Ah, how's the big B doing? Ah, come to think of it, that's why I came out here. He ran out here in a hurry and I was trying to catch up. Though this has already happened a few times, and each time he somehow ends up back in my room. I'm sure he's fine, I wouldn't be worried. I just can't help myself, you know? You're a really sweet person, Yui. I love that about you. You are too, Artemis. Do you have time today to hang out? There's something I'd like to do with you. Of course I do, for you. Even if it's a little boring? I'm sure it can't be that boring if it's with you, you know. Whatever it is, I'm down. Okay, here we go. And so we walked together to the beach and started fishing, side by side. Ah, now this is the life. I have to admit it, this wasn't what I expected. This was by far the best way to pass the time out in the countryside. To be honest, I'm not much for crazy activities like skydiving or shopping trips. I'd rather just spend my days quietly with the person I love, talking from dusk till dawn. Just enjoying each other's company, you know? That's the best. Is this okay with you? Of course it is, Yui. Getting the chance to learn more about you, to try the things you like, that's where the real fun is. I'd also much prefer that to doing crazy things all the time, too. Though I do think shopping trips really aren't in the same category as skydiving. They are when you live deep in the country. Hey, you up for a little contest? Sure, let's do it. What's in it? What is it? Want to see who can catch more fish? Uh-oh. You're on! Humph! Apparently I had fanned the flames of Yui's competitive spirit. For the next few hours, we kept on at it while we enjoyed each other's conversation and company. Yui was a natural. She was catching fish left and right. Each time she caught one, she'd let it back into the ocean, and each time I wondered when my first one would bite. I never ended up catching a single one. But that didn't matter. What did was that we were having a ball. Thanks for indulging me, Artemis. Hey, I had a lot of fun too, Yui. Don't worry about it. You don't have to lie. I know I'm not like the other girls. I grew up with nothing, and it shows in how I spend my time, what I wear, everything. I love you so much, you know. If I had you, I'd give you all the love in my heart, every moment of every day. I really would live for love. That's what I've always wanted. But I know I could never give you all the things that everyone else could. The money, the acclaim, the excitement. And I find myself worrying, what if you picked me and the second we leave this island? You realize that I can't give you the life you deserve, and you start to hate me. I don't know what I'd do if it came to that. So before it comes to that, I want to ask you, would just me be enough? Yes. Because every person is enough. Of course you'd be enough, Yui. I don't need to be in the spotlight. I don't need to be rich. More than all that, I want you, and just you. Okay, picking between the two has been hard so far, me. So why are we doing this, me? I've waited so long to hear you say that. She pulled me close and kissed me. I love you so much. I always have and I always will. I'll always put our happiness first. I'll make you so happy every day. I'll do the same. I promise. Pinch me. I must be dreaming. This is as real as it gets, Yui. Here on out, it's just gonna be me and you, except that I have to go on a date with Allie tomorrow. I just can't hold myself back anymore, Artemis. She pushed me onto the warm sand of the beach and pressed herself against me. Yui? She kissed me once more, her hands wrapped around me as mine pulled her closer. Let's make up for lost time, Artemis. What happened next was imagination come to life. I lost all track of time and the outside world. Only Yui mattered, and I wouldn't have it any other way. After today's date with Yui, I decided to take a stroll around the mansion. The night was clear as could be. A light breeze made it just a bit chilly, but not enough that I needed to put on more. I found myself fixating on the moon without thinking. I thought I'd find you here. Why's that? Just a gut feeling, and the island-wide surveillance system. You doing okay? Yeah, I'm just thinking. I can't believe the show's almost over. It didn't feel real earlier today. Time sure flies, doesn't it? You've only got the last third date with Allie tomorrow, then the final ceremony on the day after. Speaking of which, how was your date with Yui today? It was awesome. Yui's the most wonderful woman in the whole world. Somehow she can take the most normal things and turn them into irreplaceable memories. More than anything, I just want to make more memories with her every day. And make her happier than anyone's ever been. Geez, we're gonna have to edit that to stop people from throwing up. I get it though. You, my friend, are luckier than anyone has any right to be. Better pack your bags. I've got a feeling you'll be heading to the countryside soon. Who knew that 3 days was all you need to figure out if a marriage would last? If this TV gig doesn't work out, maybe I should become a marriage counselor. Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got to get some work done tonight to prep for the ending of the show. You know what? I could use some company. It's not like you were up to anything. Kat reached her hand out to me. I put my hand in hers on instinct. With her hand in mine, she pulled me with her to... the library? Now you're probably wondering, why did I bring you here of all places? You like to read? Well, yes, but no. There's no internet for us goons, so here's where we store most of our information. Records of every single run of the show, building and security details, guard schedules, and most importantly, salary records. It's hidden in plain sight as regular books. You need to know how to decipher them though. They're pretty useless to the average person. Interesting, and also a little unnecessary. Who here is going to read a book? Oh, I knew the state of education was bad, but not this bad. It still doesn't answer why you brought me here. Well, you see, I have this lovely chair and table here that I do so love to work on. And it's truly, truly exhausting for me to get up from this lovely arrangement to have to fetch each book I need to reference. So, you want me to grab your books for you so you can just stay here. I'm so glad you understand. And you know, I'm doing everything I can to keep you alive, and it's just a teeny tiny favor. I couldn't help but laugh at her mock pout. Sure, Kat, it's the least I can do. Great, alright, to start I need you to grab me The Princess of Veranda, 100 Easy Recipes for the Philosopher's Stone, and I Regret Everything. This must be the 100th batch of books I'd had to deliver. It's been hours. Seriously, whoever designed the system should be shot. I tried to read a few of the books I was delivering, but like Kat said, they just seemed like regular books. And that's a wrap. Thanks for the help, Artemis. I'll send you a little thank you card for when you're off this island or something. At this rate, that was pretty much slave labor. I'd like to think of it more as unpaid charity work. You've got one last date tomorrow. Don't mess it up. I'm curious, what's the first thing you're gonna do when you're out of here? Honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe try to figure out what my life before was. Who knows? That's as good a start as any. Well, I gotta get back to editing. Night, Artemis. See ya, Kat. Guess I'll head back to my room and call it a night. The alarms were deafening. We planned for every possibility we could, but it wasn't enough. We made it to the ship, but it still wasn't enough. Our one saving grace, the ship, wouldn't start. Someone tampered with it, and there's no time to fix it. That's it then. I couldn't find the words to say. I love you. I love you too, Artemis. I wish we could have met anywhere but here. She held me in her arms with the last of her strength. All that's left to do is wait. Goodbye, love. I woke up with Yui in my arms. We stayed up late last night, going for an unforgettable walk in the woods together. She was still fast asleep, and holding on to me so tightly. She looked at peace. I ran my hand through her chestnut hair. I love you, Artemis. She hugged me a little tighter. I couldn't move. Ack! But heck, I didn't want to. Who would? The morning flew by and it couldn't have been any better. If you told me this would happen all those years ago, I'd have laughed. But I'm so glad it's happened. I'm the happiest I've ever been. Though, it'd be perfect if it wasn't here. What do you mean? I know you have to go on a date with someone else today. Yeah, sorry about that, Yui. That's okay. After you told me how you felt, I'm feeling secure, even if you have to date somebody else. Don't have too much fun, though. I kissed her on her forehead. I'll see you later, Yui. Come back soon. Well, look who crawled out of an economy class airplane toilet. And good morning to you too, Damien. Artemis, don't mind him. Damien was just telling me the news. Your ratings are doing really well so far. At this rate, I really think you'll make it out of here. That's great news. I wouldn't celebrate just yet. Just because you've done well till now doesn't mean you won't jump the shark today. Your ratings need to be higher than they've ever been, or you'll get axed. Axed literally if I'm around when your number's up. I guess we'll find that out together, won't we? Later. Sorry about him. He can be a little mean sometimes. A murder threat is a little mean? Anyway, you ready for your last date with Allie? It's just this last date, then tomorrow it'll be the final ceremony. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Fantastic, then we'll start filming right away. Except no, we won't, because we're going to filming tomorrow. Or whenever this episode's ending, that's what I'm trying to say. Bye-bye.